I have a hard stop at 3 o'clock. So just want to let you guys know that. So anyways, welcome everybody. Anyone's got any questions, you can feel free to ask. I want to keep this geared to the new people. We have a few new people come in. Let me see if I can share my screen. But anyone's got any questions or anything, let's start with that. Or if you think you need a refresher, just an overview of the whole process. I think most people are new here. Andrew, you want to say hi, welcome everyone, or say anything at all, or?
Hey everyone, good to see you. It's great seeing a lot of new faces here. Hey Brandon.
How's it going?
Grant, good to see you. James, welcome.
Morning.
I hope I pronounce it right. Is it Elaine or Alon? I'm sorry, I apologize. I don't quite know how to pronounce your name. It could be a couple of different pronunciations based on the spelling. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Good to see everybody here. For those of you who don't know, I am more of a copy guy, more of a sales guy, marketing in general. Saravanan's our resident SEO genius. So I'm here to help with copy and sales and structuring, things of that nature. Saravanan's got you covered on more of the SEO technicalities.
Yep. So yeah, welcome. Vic just joined. Thanks, Andrew. Sorry, I get private messages every day like crazy, which I probably should stop responding to. So anyways, guys, we have few new people. What do you guys prefer? There's a chat box in Zoom, but again, it's a very small group. There's usually like, I was just mentioning about 10 to 12 people at the most joining these calls. So you're welcome to just ask a question verbally, or you're welcome to put it in the chat box too. So what do you guys prefer? Do you want to, so option number one, I go over the process from A to Z on ranking and banking and things like that. Or option two, would you guys prefer you asking questions, could be newbie questions, any kind of questions, and I answering that this week? Which one do you guys prefer? How about a show of hands? Option one, I go over the process. Anybody? One guy, two guys, okay. And some more people are putting in the group chat one. Okay, how many people would prefer option two, where you ask questions and we can answer questions, jump into looking into websites, things like that? Option two, anybody? One, two, just a couple of people. Oh, well, three is equal. Wow, okay. That's crazy. Andrew, are you scratching your back or are you raising your hand?
I was just scratching my back.
Let's do one thing. Let's start with asking questions. I think there's a couple of more people asking they want questions. So if anyone's got questions, go ahead. And in the process, I'll see how I can explain like the overview also. So let's start with questions. How about that? And before you jump into, you can ask the questions in the chat or just voice it. It's okay. But I'll also find time and I want to jump and find a few. I know a couple of new people who joined asked questions had a tough time finding a niche. And that's something you guys wanted, finding a low-hanging fruit to make a quick $500 a month recurring. So we'll do that live too. Okay, so maybe that's after 2:30, after half an hour. So anyone's got questions, feel free to ask in the chat or just say hello and go ahead and ask questions. Anyone going once? Any specific questions? So Vic is saying, if you need to contact you, how do I contact you? That's the question number one. If you need to contact me, I prefer email, because with emails, I can keep it unopened and then come back a bit later. And even if I open it, let's say you ask me a question in the email, I'll open my email. If it's a quick answer, I'll answer quick. If it needs a longer answer, I will mark it as unread and get to it later. With Facebook messages, I cannot do that. Plus, I get about at least a dozen messages a day. And honestly, at this point, I don't know who is in my paid group, who is not in my paid group. And I don't want to be answering people. I mean, I value my time too. So email is better. Vic says, I know you are a day trader these days. I don't know if I'm a day trader. I just looked into it a couple of months ago. It's a different story. All in, there's more money in ranking. I can tell you that. So, anyone's got any other questions? Hey Jeff, how are you? Hey Emma.
I'm good, Saravanan. How are you? Hey, Saravanan, I have a question. Did you hear about this thing about Google paid? It's been around for a while. I think they tested it. I just read something this morning about Google paid GMB paid search. It's like $50 a month or something that they're going to be implementing.
I saw Pete post that. I haven't looked into it deeper. From my understanding, so there's something called. So let me bring it up. So let me share my screen. There's something called Google Guaranteed Leads, which is basically Google's way of getting into the paper called lead gen game. So can you guys see my Google screen? Yes. Okay. Awesome.
No. This was it's for Google verified GMBs.
Yes.
So it'll say something like that, right?
Okay. So let me just look into, I don't know, plumber. Let me just look at plumber near me. Right. So you're saying you're looking at ads over here. Is that what the question was, or is that ads in the map pack, or is it something else?
No, it's something else. I'm in the car right now. When I get back to the house, I'll forward it to you.
I saw a post also. I haven't looked into it deeper. But from my understanding, there's something called Google Leads. I think they started Google Guaranteed Leads probably in the free service niche too. Let's just do one of these and see.
It was something like a GMB. I don't know. It's like a Google verified thing. It's $50 a month. And it's basically Google's way of trying to, just generate, like if your competitor is spending $50 a month, the idea is that you'll probably do it too. It's probably like just another way to kind of get to the top a little bit. So
right.
It's almost like a paid GMB to Google.
Well, I look into it deeper, but I do know. So Google, end of the day, is in the business of making money. They're a business. They want to make money. Initially, they had ads like Google AdWords. Like if I go to the bottom of, on the bottom, I don't see any ads here. But you guys know Google Ads, right? Initially, there were Google Ads, and you can see some Google Ads in the map pack also sometimes. Then they started this. What you see here, these are Google Guaranteed Leads, which is basically they will vet you out, and there's some kind of a qualification process to get in here, and then they will. This is also a form of ads, but instead of paying per click, you pay per call. So every call that this Martin tree service guy gets from here, he will be charged by Google. Like what we are doing, Google is getting in the game, kind of a thing. But I know what you're asking, Jeff, and I'm not too sure about that. But we can look into it.
If I can find it, I'll forward it to the group.
Well, Stuart says Google My Business Upgrade is offering upgraded business profile GMB listings for $50 a month.
Yeah. That
will add the Google Guaranteed badge to the listing and back service. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, so Google is going to, if you can prove you're a real business, Google is going to give you a GMB listing without you doing too much. And they'll put a Google Guaranteed badge, things like that. And back services, the business provides with the Google Guarantee. Okay. I see where you're going.
Look at the
at the end of the day, the last 7 years that I've been in the business, there's always been these changes happening. Number one, initially it was 7-pack. This GMB pack was a 7-pack. Then they made it into a 3-pack. At that time, everyone was freaking out, thinking, "Oh my God, the rank and rent model or the pay-per lead model is going away." But we found a way, right? We still existing. Then Google Ads came. Then Google Guaranteed Leads came. Then Google Ads and GMBs came. It's just crazy that it doesn't matter. Google would do whatever it can to obviously make more money for themselves than allow people like us to make money off of them. But at the end of the day, Google is so huge, and Google is a search engine. Google cannot go all 10 listings as paid listings. They have to have natural organic. That's the algorithm. That's how it is. So anytime any changes happen, life goes on. Trust me on that. I've been where Google updates happen and people have lost their shirt and life and income, and they bounce back and they're okay now. So the panicking is always there. The best thing about our group is we reverse engineer things. One of the things I love to do is reverse, like the May update happened. Some websites tanked, some websites did not, and we reverse engineered it, and we kind of know what's working right now, but a lot of other groups may not know that, right? So don't worry about that. But I get your questions. Good question. Anybody else has got any other questions? Nobody's got questions. Okay, Amma says, is it worth ranking other sites like YouTube videos in our that we embed in the homepage? Okay, so Amma is asking, is it worth ranking YouTube videos? Here's how you should look at it, right? If you're in a niche where most of us are in the local space, I'm looking for a tree removal near me, little easier to rank for maybe a little easier to rank than maybe a national level, like a hair extensions online. Okay, I think I revealed to you guys, I'm looking into this hair extensions online for one of my local clients wants to go sell hair extensions, and it's like 6,000 searches a month. That's huge, but this is nationwide. And if I do the Moz, Moz toolbar, look at the DA, like 54, 55, and all of those. Now, if you see video carousel, then it makes sense. Maybe, yeah, you could do some videos. There are certain niches videos will make sense. If you're looking for the plumber or the tree guy online, you don't have, it doesn't make sense to do the work on ranking a video on the first page of Google, because you can do 10 or 20% or 30% of the work and rank a website with multiple keywords in Google, right? If my bathroom is leaking and I'm looking for a plumber, okay, near me, the number one thing I would do is I would look for some reviews, and I would probably buy. I would probably call, what I'm saying, okay? That's what I would look for. Or a website. I'm not going to look at a fancy video, watch the video, look if the plumber is a good looking guy, and then call the guy, So it's just like, but if you see results of videos, then it makes sense to have videos. So I'm pretty sure if I do weight loss or a six-pack or something, six-pack, let's just say six-pack, if I can search. Okay, six-pack. See, I see images, I see videos. Like the very first listing is the video carousel before any website comes up. Then it makes sense to have videos. Does it make sense? But if I'm just doing a local tree guy or a plumber or a dentist, I don't have to do extra work to rank a video. Just so I think, there are so many SEO groups out there, SEO courses out there, SEO, I would say guys who don't know what they're doing and try to make a quick buck by saying, hey, I can rank videos, I can do this, I can do that. And yeah, maybe they can do. End of the day, is it worth your time? Is it really going to help you? Like, by spending all this money and time and resources, is that helping your bottom line, which is, are you making money? That's the thing, right? Instead of spending my time and ranking a video for something like a plumber near me or a dentist, Chicago, whatever city I'm in, I'd rather work on one website and rank it for multiple keywords. So that's my take on it. That's anyone's got any other questions? If I can bring up the chat in Zoom, for some reason it keeps disappearing on me. But anyone's got any other questions, guys? Nobody? Grant, Gene, any of the new guys? Brandon? I think, Brandon, you had some difficulty looking for low-hanging niches.
Yeah, I've been going through, I kind of compiled a list of different niches, whatever it is. And I kind of put them into like a spreadsheet with the, the niches on the top, and then, possible locations on the side. And I've been just kind of going through and then plugging them into the Google Keyword Planner to get a volume range.
Mm-hmm.
And then going over to Google and actually pulling up the search results and kind of taking a look at it. But I don't know. I'm a little bit foggy on exactly what I'm looking for when I'm pulling up the
Let's go
Google
into that, guys. Andrew, will you be able to look at the chat? I, for some reason, cannot look into it. The Zoom chat, is that coming
Yeah,
up?
there's nothing there.
Okay, give me a one if that will help you guys in the chat, Zoom chat. If you can go through some low-hanging. I'll go online right now live, and let's look into identify some low-hanging fruits. How I go niche research, city research, and how I pick my low-hanging fruits. You know, and last time we did this a couple of times. We identified a few right away. So here's the thing I always look into. Okay, I always have these two tabs: the list of cities by population. I have it in the U.S. because I'm in the U.S. If you're in New Zealand, someone just joined from New Zealand today, right? Look up, have a list, some website that shows a list of cities in your country or wherever you want to rank for. Okay. Second thing, I have Home Advisor, and I'm sure in Australia, New Zealand, there's something similar to Home Advisor where you can look for different categories, basically. Grant, is there something like that? I'm sure in Australia or New Zealand, right?
Yeah, sure. No, I'm onto that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can just look for that. And basically all I'm looking to do is, it's a manual process where, number one, here's my goal. I'm new to it. Maybe I'm not new to rank and rent, but I want to make a quick $500 a month, month after month. Now keep in mind, we want to do the work. We want to do the right work. At the same time, I don't want to do a lot of work. I want to do enough work where I make not a one-time 500. It's going to be $500 a month, month after month, forever. Okay. And the sweet spot in all our research and experience and whatever, cities between 100 to 150,000 population, it's pretty easier to rank. At the same time, there is enough number of call volume also. Yeah, you can go and get a city population of 50,000 and it'll be very easy to rank, but the call volume or the search volume may not be much, that you won't be able to generate enough calls to be able to rent it to make enough money. Or you can go to a city like 500,000 population. You know, you can go to Sacramento or Atlanta, Georgia, and if you rank on number one for any niche, you're going to be generating a lot of calls because a lot of population, densely populated place. But to be able to rank is going to take you 8 months, a year, maybe more, depending on the niche. So I'm looking for some niches where maybe 3 months, like 3 to 4 months is a good enough time where I'm ranking and I can rent it out. I'm getting a steady number of calls where it's like $300, $400, $500 a month, month after month. And some of these low-hanging niches, if you put the Google My Business listing, and I'll go over that the right way, you may instantly rank number one in the map pack and the 3-pack. And like, we have students who started generating calls like a day after they verified their GMB and put the website up. Okay. There's a guy called Solon who put up a snow website in one of the suburbs of Boston. This was winter last year. And the very next day he got like 3 or 4 calls or something. Like for 3 days he was getting calls, and he was trying to get a snowplow guy to rent the website too, right? So here's my thinking. I got this list of cities. I'm going to go through one by one. Now I am in Michigan. So there's 2 kinds of people here, right? Some of you are like, I don't care where the city is. I can pick up a phone call, rent the website out, pass the lead and all that. But when I got started, I'm a shy guy. I'm like, I don't know how I come across, but I'd rather be behind a computer than talk with people. That's how I am. So I was like, okay, I'm in Michigan. Let me find a city near Michigan. I mean, near where I live, where if needed, I can go meet the guy and give the lead to and build a relationship and rent it out. So it doesn't matter, okay? And then I would go here and I would look into one of these niches, okay? Now, does anybody have any niche over here that you would like me to look into in your mind? Go ahead. Anybody?
I was looking into doing foundation repair for Rockford, Illinois.
foundation repair for, let's come again, for which city?
Rockford, one word, Illinois.
So first thing I want to find out the population of Rockford. Okay, awesome. 150,000, perfect. I like it. Foundation repair. Okay, here's the other thing you guys need to know. Can you see my notepad?
Yep.
There are two kinds of niches. Okay, two kinds of niches, right? One is what I call the low volume, high ticket. When I say high ticket, I mean the number of search volume is less, but each job is going to be a high ticket item for the company you pass the lead to. So examples would be something like a kitchen remodeling, right? The number of people looking to remodel their kitchen in any population is going to be few compared to maybe the second niche, which is the high volume but low ticket. Okay. Simple example would be like appliance repair, right? Think about it. Any city, Rockford, Illinois, 140,000, 150,000 population. Every house has at least 3-4 appliances. The chances of appliances breaking down in houses and the number of people calling for appliance repair, searching for appliance repair, is going to be definitely higher than the chance of people looking to remodel the kitchen at any given point in time, right? Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I could do this, or I could be somewhere in middle, depending on my personality, how often I want to get paid. So example, I could go into kitchen remodeling. I may be only able to generate, maybe in Rockford, Illinois, maybe 1 or 2 calls a week, maybe, I don't know, the kitchen remodeling. But out of 8 calls I send a month, if that guy closes just 1 job, that could be worth $30,000 for that guy. And he'll probably be happy to pay me $1,000 for that, right? Appliance repair for 150,000 population, you could probably generate 5-6 calls a day. But each appliance repair job may only be worth $200, maybe $300. Because think about it, if my appliance, let's say a washing machine, it cost me $500. If the repair is like $60 to $100, I'll repair it. If it's going to cost me $400 to repair, I may as well go and buy a new one for $500. Make sense? So I may be able to send him 100 calls for an appliance repair guy, but he may only be making $2,000 a month from that, and he's only going to pay me $100 for that. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So when I looked into this initially, I was like, okay, I want to meet somewhere in the middle. And that's how I got in the tree niche, because there was enough search volume for trees. At the same time, a tree job, a simple tree removal, a tree trimming job could be $500. Average tree removal could be $2,000, $3,000. So anywhere from $500 to $2,000, $3,000 was okay for me. Okay. Now, foundation repair, here's how I would go. Number 1, I like the search volume. Anything about 10 is good. Okay, you will get some decent search volume. Again, depending on the niche, we'll cover that, right? 30 is good. Now, again, don't ever go, like, this is not set in stone. Just because it says 30 searches a month, does not mean it's only 30 people a month searching. It's going to be more calls, okay? I have a tree site which the search volume says 70 searches a month. But during the summer season, my site alone gets about 5 calls a day. It doesn't add up, right? But that's the gauge. So you don't worry too much about it. But anything about 10 is good. I like this, okay? Second, a foundation repair could be a great job. I mean, a foundation repair cost, here's how you want to look into it. Cost of foundation repair, I don't know. Look, it can cost $10,000. Most homeowners on average pay $4,000, or between $2,000 and $6,000. Look at that. It's good money, foundation repair, right? So I like what I'm seeing here, and that's good. That's the number 1 thing I see. Number 2 thing is, am I seeing the keywords in the 3-pack? So am I seeing foundation repair and or Rockford over here. So is there any exact match keyword? So this would be an exact match keyword. If I have a GMB, if there is a GMB with the name Foundation Repair Rockford or Rockford Foundation Repair, then there's keywords already there, and most likely it's not that I won't be able to outrank them, but there's somebody who knows about keywords and SEO already in the game over there. It may not be the most low-hanging fruit, right? So it's not that I'm going to disregard it, but I'm just going to keep it in the mind. In this case, I see people having foundation repair. Like one guy has foundation repair. He doesn't have Rockford. He has dry, outer, basement, whatever. The second two people, they don't even have foundation repair or Rockford in over here. So I like it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing I like is in the top three, the map pack that Google thinks these are the most relevant, that they have to show them the top three. This guy doesn't even have a website. You look at that. That basically means when I put up a website that says Rockford Foundation Repair Experts or something, when I put up a Google My Business that says Foundation Repair and Rockford, it's going to be a little bit easier to knock this guy out and get my site here. Why? Because these guys don't even have keywords in their map GMB listing. That's one thing I would look for. The second thing I would look for is in the organic. When I come down here, I want to take a look at the DA, the domain authority. The lesser this number is, the better as far as the home page is ranking. So in this one, it's not the home page that's ranking, it's a service page, it's an inner page. Got it? It's not badgerbasementsystems.com that's ranking. It's badgerbasementsystem.com / an inner page, service area page.
Okay.
Right? So if it's an inner page, don't worry about it. You want to look for the home page. Like, look at this. This has got DA of 85. Wow, that's a huge website, isn't it? DA 85, can I outrank it? Yeah, because it's not the home page, it's an inner page. The reason he's ranking, this inner page is ranking for this guy, or even this guy, or even this guy, or even this guy, they have zero backlinks going to that specific page. You see that? But they're ranking because the website is so big, Home Advisor is so huge, that they just put a page for foundation repair in Rockford. Just the on-page optimization of the inner page it's ranking. That basically means if I put a website that is optimized only for Rockford and only for home foundation repair, I'm most likely going to outrank these guys, because these guys are not optimized only for that city, and they're so huge and they're just ranking based on the domain authority. Does it make sense, or am I confusing you guys?
Makes sense.
Right? So what I like so far looks good. Like, I'm looking to see what's the first home page that is ranking. Like, even this is an inner page with the DA of 10. Oh my God, you don't even have a home page. Okay, number 11 is the home page, DA of 5. So all you have to do is you gauge your competition, saying, so if my website has a DA of, it doesn't even have to have a DA of 5. My website is optimized properly, and worst case, I have to go DA of 6. That's the worst case. And I'm going to be outranking these guys. That's like I always say, I'd rather rank this than go and look for dentist Chicago. Yeah, I can. If I rank a dentist Chicago, I'd probably be able to make $2,000 a month. But let's look at the DA of this homepage. First homepage 21. You see that? Second homepage 25, 27. Here you're fighting with professional fighters. Here you're fighting with toddlers. You'd rather pick a fight with a toddler and win, as bad as that sounds. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So this is a great niche to get into, man. I would get into it. One other thing I may look into is look into the number of GMBs over here. So I go all the way down and look at the number of pages of GMBs. Anything less than 5 is pretty much low hanging. You're number 2. You only have 2 pages of GMBs. Are there any GMBs that says Rockford Foundation Repair anywhere? Foundation, but no Rockford. Like, the brand names are ranking. You see that? Premier Concrete is ranking. Dry Otter is ranking. Northern Illinois is ranking for Rockford. Like, you just put up a GMB that says Foundation Repair Rockford, Illinois. Don't even worry about partial match and this and that. if you want to be safe, you can do something like Rockford Foundation experts or something, or foundation repair experts. You know, like put one more word so it's a partial match. But you can put an exact match. You just stick here, no back. Put up a website that's got some good pages, no backlinks, nothing. You'd probably be ranking, and you'd probably be getting at least a call a day or so, I would think. Even if you get one call in 2 days, that's 15 calls a month. And let's say the guy's closing only 4 jobs. Each job is, you know, we saw the average 2,000 to 6,000. Let's say each job is only 2,000, 4 jobs, 8,000. He'll be happy to pay you $800 a month. All you did was put up a website, put up a GMB. That's it. It's $800, not even one time, $800 a month, month after month, $9,600, $10,000 a year. What did you do? You put up a website, you put up a GMB. So the work is not putting a website or a GMB. You could pay anybody $50, $100, $200 and do that. The work is identifying where to put it. You know, like what niche to get into. Make sense?
Yeah.
You know, if you go to a doctor, right? They tap you on the knee and say, "Does it pain here? Does it pain here? Does it pain here?" And then give you a medicine probably. Like I remember going with my aunt. She had knee pain. The doctor tapped in the knees and asked some questions and then recommended some medicine. I can tap in my knee and find out where it hurts and recommend something too. But it's not knowing how to tap, it's knowing where to tap, right? So the same thing, it's not knowing anybody, like there's 100,000 people teaching SEO, doing SEO. But do you know where you want to put your website and GMB? So you don't want to be spending the next 6 months ranking a website, a month, 2 months, 3 months, and you're making $500 a month. Rinse and repeat. 5 such websites, $2,500 a month. 10 such websites, $5,000 a month. Most people can live on $5,000 a month without a job. That's the whole goal. Andrew says, oh, so Micah replied, Micah is the resident GMB guy. If you're manipulating Google long enough, it's just another tool. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Anytime anything new comes up, here's one thing in the SEO world you guys will understand. Anything new comes up, and Google is always changing things, okay? Every 6 months, there's a major algorithm update. Every day, there are small, subtle changes in the algorithm. But anytime Google does anything, most of these SEO, I don't want to say gurus, but the SEO guys, they sell the news, they sell the sizzle because that's marketing. That's how you make the money. It's easier for me to say, oh my God, Google did this, and then I did this, and I made money. Ask me how. And people are like, how? And then I say, buy my course for $97. And people will buy it. And that's easier to make than ranking a website and making money month after month. Andrew can probably add a lot more because he's the marketing guy here.
Yeah, lots to say. Trying to think of how to simplify it. Say what you just said again one more time.
So I'm basically saying anytime the Google makes any changes, a lot of people make a big deal out of it. Oh, this is coming, that is coming. And then there's people selling the sizzle. Oh, here's what I found. Ask me how. And they're going to sell you a course on that. I mean, it's easier to sell a course pretending to be an expert than be able to make money ranking, making passive income. Like, don't fall for that is what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I mean, there's really not much to say here that's really relevant for the group or it's really, truly helpful. But I would say this one thing. Build foundations. Meaning, if something seems like it's a kind of a sketchy thing to build a business on, you probably don't want to do it. What's great about Rank and Rent and SEO is you're basically building a partnership with Google, the biggest search provider in the world. And if you build that trust and authority and relevance with Google, even though it can sometimes take 2 to 3 months, you're going to largely stick with Google and they're going to keep ranking you highly. If you're trying to do all these different, like very short term, very spammy kind of quick wins that aren't fully in alignment with Google and you're falling into that trap, you might be able to get some results in the very short term. But generally speaking, if you're not building on a strong foundation, the quicker the high, the quicker the low, and the bigger the low. So think about that. Are you building a great foundation? Are you using that foundation to build a very long-term sustainable business? Or are you just looking to get some immediate cash now and not play the long game? Playing the short game can ultimately hurt you if you're not careful. Play the long game and build a great foundation. That's all I think I really have to say.
That's a great point. Actually, Brandon, you brought up a great niche, right? I'll answer one question. Grant asks, how can you say if a site is a website, if the website is a homepage or inner page? So if you see www.website.com/something, like if you open this site up, look /service area / this is an inner page. It's not just the home page, right? Whereas this one, where did that go? Globe, waterproofing.com, that's just the home page. That's just the website itself, not /inner page, right? That's what I meant. Now let's look into, like, this is Brandon's niche. Brandon, go for it. I'm sure you'll find somebody who wants to pay you for this, right? Foundation repair.
Awesome.
Now you can also understand, look, I see concrete over here. I see people, like foundation, basement waterproofing. So you can rank your same website for foundation, concrete contractors, basement waterproofing, like all of those related to foundation repair, right? So that's a good niche, right? So Brandon, go for this. But for others over here looking for, hey, what's a good niche? What's a great low-hanging fruit? Let's take this foundation repair. Let's look into some other cities as well, right? So let's just go Joliet, Illinois. I didn't even know there's a city called Joliet, Illinois. Let's see how that is.
I think I was actually looking into this one too.
You are? Okay, let's leave Illinois away. Okay, let's leave Illinois. Let's go to Pasadena, Texas. How about that? Okay. Texas is for Brandon, guys. I'm not sorry, Illinois. Illinois is Brandon, right? Let's go Pasadena, Texas. Okay, so this one is got decent search volume. Now look at the cost per click, $60. For some reason, there's more money in Texas. This is more expensive. That just shows maybe Illinois is a seasonal one. That's why CP is a little bit less, the cost per click. There's already a guy that's the website says Pasadena Foundation Repair. He could be a lead gen rank and rent site. Let's look him up. Yep, this is a rank and rent site. You see that? Well done. A lot of content. Okay. He's probably got all these pages. Can you see this? All these pages of services and all that. So we would leave this, not that you won't be able to outrank him, but there's plenty of other fish, right? So let's go to the next city. So I would just go through the cities, like let's just do Surprise, Arizona. Surprise. Okay, now what do you guys notice here right away? Anybody?
Map pack's not on the top.
Yeah, map pack's not on the top. That could be because I'm searching from Michigan. That sometimes happens, but let's just confirm it. English. Do you guys know what this is? isearchfrom.com is a website that it's similar as if I'm searching from that city. So if I were in Surprise, Arizona, oh, you're right. Wow. It's just
also $0 TPC.
What's it?
Also the $0 TPC.
Again, like I said,
Yeah.
don't go exactly for this. It's not set in stone. I mean, there's always people going to be look for it, or you can change it to concrete contractor if you want. But yeah, like I'm surprised this is surprise. I'm surprised that Surprise, Arizona doesn't have a map pack on the top. There is Phoenix ranking. You see that? There's a Phoenix GMB ranking for Surprise. There is a Surprise Concrete ranking for Surprise foundation repairs. So you could go over here, put up surprise foundation repair and be able to rank. Like all the top guys are just Amazon, Yelp, Home Advisor, one service in a page, another Angie's List. This is something you can do. Let's find really, really, really low hanging fruits. How about that? 𝐒𝐚𝐫𝐚𝐳, Kansas, Waco, Texas. Let's see if any of those are. Ola. Is that how you pronounce it? Olade. Look, if you go put up a GMB that says Olate, or whatever the city you pronounce it, foundation repair, you'll be here. Because John Norris is ranking because he's got foundation repair keyword in his GMB. This guy is ranking, his company is My Foundation Repair. Do you really name a company that way? Who knows? See that? So this could be something you could do. 30 searches a month, that's pretty decent. $30 cost per click. These guys, there are 9 guys paying Home Advisor right now for leads. That means that you could go to any of these 9 guys and have them pay you. The number 1 guy you need to outrank is a DA of 5. Again, you're a toddler, you can pick him out, right? Waco, Texas, Orange, California.
Hey, Saravanan.
Yep.
I was also looking into, what's the city? Let me pull it up real quick. Columbia, Missouri.
Same niche?
Yep.
What's the population of Columbia?
Columbia has, sorry, I'm trying to pull it up.
It doesn't matter. Look, so number 1, 170 searches a month. This could be beefed up unless Columbia has like a 500,000 population. I don't know. Okay, this could be beefed up because there are a couple of other SEO guys who are searching for this keyword and then clicking on their website to see where it is. But regardless, it's going to have good keyword volume. Okay. There's Missouri Foundation, High Tech or Helitech Foundation, Dry Basement. There's nobody that says Columbia Foundation. Okay. The number 1 guy homepage that's ranking. So far, inner page, 41 DA, 85 DA, 91 DA, 80 DA. These are all inner pages, 0 backlinks. You know, these are like, don't worry about those. The number 1 guy you have to outrank is this guy who's a DA of 1. This is like a baby. Like the other one was a toddler. Now you're like fighting with a baby. Like Brandon, you becoming a mean guy now. You're like picking fights with toddlers and babies. But
So
hey,
would you
good?
recommend that I go after these 3 then?
Yep.
Okay.
The
The
more you see these, I mean, the less you see. I mean, yeah, you can go after these. I would even look for other, like couple other cities where you don't even have, these guys don't even have websites. If they have like, let's look at a couple of sites. I want to see if we can find something. Elizabeth, New Jersey. I'm just saying, right? Elizabeth. Like, you see, you want, if you have anyone that's, like, this will be the ideal one. Of course, now this one, I don't know, you need to do a little bit of research. It says 0 searches and all that, but this guy doesn't have a website, directions, nothing in his ranking, you know? I saw a couple of ones in, was it Idaho? Somewhere in Idaho. But you could go after those. Arvada, Colorado. It doesn't matter. These ones actually have it, so maybe this may not be the best one. But yeah, you could go over any of these. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah. Like, look at this guy. This is awesome. I don't even know. I just put, Google showed me this, so I put it up. 10 searches a month. Okay. Loveland, Colorado. I don't know the population, but it should be enough because you've got 10 searches a month. Home Advisor, Yelp, inner page. And then look at these guys. Like it doesn't even say foundation repair anywhere. It doesn't say the city name anywhere. You see that? This guy's got no website. It just says Wallwright LLC. He's in the map pack. Like again, in a page. The first homepage is pretty big actually, 22. But in this case, you don't have to worry about it because most likely he's ranking because he's a foundation repair expert. He services Denver, Colorado, like all the different cities. That's why.
Hey, Saravanan, that says 18,289 links. What does that indicate to you?
If this guy is getting a link from a website, say it could be a directory site or something. So let's open up this guy. I'll show you. He's basically what he may be getting. Well, let's do this. Let's find out where he's getting his links from. Okay. He may be getting a footer link is what I'm saying. So if he's getting a website from a link from a website, that website has 18,000 pages and he's getting a footer link from the footer of the website. It looks like that footer appears in all 18,000 pages. And so it looks like he's getting it from 18,000 pages. That's the only thing. So let's look him up.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
SEO wise, it doesn't help you. This is a competitor that sounds like
It seems so spammy, like a small city. He's got 18,000 links and everyone else has like 0 or 1. Something's weird about it.
No, I'll show you exactly. Let's look him up because he most likely will have like 20, unless he's a big guy with a lot of other cities we saw. Let's see how many domains he's getting referring from. Okay, he's got a huge number of domains. He's got 11,000 links. So if we look into a couple of things, come on computer, let's see what keywords he's ranking for, because he may be ranking for other keywords. This guy is, look, he's in Denver, which is a huge city. He may be in Denver for all we know and ranking for a lot of keywords, but in this city of Loveland, he's not ranking in the top because he's not optimizing the URL or title tag. He mentions Loveland somewhere in the content. Okay. So let's look up the keywords he's ranking for. Let's look up what kind of backlinks he's getting. So keywords, he's actually ranking in the mobile home niche. You see that? He's doing some good stuff in mobile home and mobile home foundation repair. I saw that somewhere. You see that? But in this one page, he's ranking for all these keywords mostly. He's not really anywhere in the foundation. One second, guys. Let's see if he's ranking for any foundation repair keywords. He's ranking for foundation repair, mobile home. Okay, look, foundation repair, Denver. He's in Denver, Colorado. 200 searches a month. He's number 10. That's on page 1. His page is ranking, and he's so big with so many backlinks that just because of the authority, even though he's optimized for Denver, he's got one word Loveland, and that's why he's ranking in Loveland, because Loveland foundation repair is really, nobody's really optimized for Loveland, and so Google is picking him up also. You see that? Does it make sense? What kind of backlinks he's getting? He's getting a backlink from Machiya-Ruki 21.sakura.jp. Like that's one of these things in local. You can get junk backlinks, Japanese backlinks. Maybe this is not a junk, I don't know, right? But wow, he's got quite a few foreign backlinks. You see that? But he's so big that you're getting away with it. He's ranking in Indian websites. What is he doing?
So is this a guy you pick a fight with, or you say, I don't want to get involved in this anymore?
I will not pick a fight with this guy in the mobile home niche.
So you'd walk away from that whole city, right?
Yeah, mobile home and foundation repair Denver, it's going to be a lot competitive. Okay. But he's not, he's the only reason he's on page 1 for foundation repair Loveland is because he mentions Loveland. Google is picking him up as the foundation repair expert authority in the Denver area. Loveland happens to be a suburb, and he comes up.
Was he in the map pack there? I didn't see it. House level.
I don't think so.
So why wouldn't a guy that big even make it there? Because he's just not local.
Because his map is is verified in Denver and not Loveland. Okay, so let's see what kind of. So number one, what's the website? What's the guy's website? House leveling. Look, he's in the map pack for foundation repair Denver. You see that? Number one, stuck on the top. Page 1 on home page. Number 11. You know why he's not higher? Because his title tag does not say Denver. He just has to put Denver somewhere over here. He'll come screaming to the top. Denver and foundation. Like he's got foundation repair. He doesn't have Denver. Just put Denver somewhere. He'll be on the top.
That's why he's sitting at number 11 instead of.
Yep, organic. But he's number 1 map. So he's getting some calls. Like, don't worry for him. He's doing good. You know what I'm saying? Like he's probably got tons of pages out here. 163 pages. Like he's big in Denver, and because he's big in Denver, he's also ranking in Loveland, because Loveland is just, nobody's even doing anything in Loveland foundation repair Loveland, right? I just opened up the, like he's getting, I don't know what he's doing. He's getting links from news websites in India and Japan and stuff. So no idea what he's doing, but you get the point. See, that's the thing, right? So you don't want to fight with Denver. I think Denver's population is way up, right? It's big. But Loveland, absolutely, go ahead. Go put concrete, contractors, Loveland, Colorado. Let's look at that. 30 searches a month. Whoa, look at that. Nobody says Loveland over here. There's 1 concrete, 2 concrete, 3 concrete, but nobody says Loveland concrete contractors. It's only $8 cost per click. So on an average, every 4 clicks, you may get a call. So even if you do AdWords here, $8 a click, you spend 32. Let's say you spend $40 to generate a call. You can easily sell a foundation repair lead for $60 and make $20 a call profit by running ads. But you don't need to run ads. You just put a GMB that says Loveland concrete contractors, and you'll be here, because there's nobody that says Loveland here. Home Advisor, BBB, Yellow Pages, Angie's List. The first guy is a DA of 2. So you put a foundation repair GMB, you put a concrete contractor GMB, both in Loveland. You're getting a lot of calls in Loveland. Send all those to one guy. You don't even have to do backlinks, PBN, citations, nothing. You're making money. Make sense, guys? Yep, Stuart says statewide footer. Yeah, absolutely. Andrew says, picking fight with toddlers. Yeah. Acer says, my emergency dentist site is down and the GMB is ranking number 1 in the pack for the main keyword. His website is down, but he's ranking. Awesome. Congratulations on that. Anyone else is going to, but does it make sense, guys? That's how you pick these cities, you know? So if Loveland, Colorado is such a good city, I don't know the population, where it's low hanging for these, that's a good city for any niche, I would think. Most niches, I would think. Let's just say junk removal. Let's look into that. 30 searches a month, very decent. Look, it doesn't say Loveland anywhere. This guy, now this is a low-hanging fruit. No website. Junk Masters is of Northern Colorado is ranking. JDog Junk is ranking, but nobody says Loveland Junk. Yelp, 1-800-junk, Thumbtack, Home Advisor, Inner Page. Gosh, the first page doesn't even have a home page. You know, that's how you would do it. You could even go DUI lawyer. Would be easier to rank compared to say zero. Nobody drinks in Loveland. But you get the idea, right? Just go through that, you know. Ann Arbor, Michigan, right there. Are you in Michigan, right, Brandon?
Yep. Yep.
Foundation repair, Ann Arbor. Well, you got Ann Arbor foundation repair, somebody already here, but that doesn't mean you won't be able to knock them off. It's got decent search volume. So that's the other thing, guys. The number one homepage is number 3. Now, this is just a gauge. You don't have to exactly rank to get the calls. You could now take this foundation repair, do keyword research, okay, scoop up all the keywords, put a huge website. When I say huge, maybe like one big homepage, 4 or 5 service pages, about 10 pages of blogs, like 30, 40 pages, and all these keywords in it. And even without your main keyword being on page 1, you'll be getting calls because you are now getting picked up for all these long tail keywords. So here's what I would do, Brandon, if I were you. I would go foundation repair. I would go not US, but Ann Arbor. See? And then I would say save, and then I would say get results. And this will give me a lot of keywords. Okay? So foundation repair near me. Look, foundation crack repair. There's 10 to 100 searches, at least 10 searches a month in Ann Arbor area. Foundation repair cost. Pick all of these up. Basement repair, basement leak repair, house foundation, foundation cracks, like 1,000 keywords. Not all of them are going to be relevant, but you get the idea, most will be. Basement wall repair, pier and beam foundation. Whoa. You put up a website, a big website with a lot of content, basement repair costs to lift a house and replace foundation. It's got 10 searches a month. Block wall repair, foundation contractor. You know, pick up all these keywords, put up a GMB, and you'll be ranking. Concrete slab repair. That's how you do the keyword research. So there are people searching for concrete slab repair, at least 10 people in an hour, right? And if I do concrete slab repair, what was my Ann Arbor thing? Okay. It says no map pack coming up. Well, it comes up below. But if you do it the right way, you will be ranking. You know, like these guys are coming up, but but this guy, A1 Concrete, he's coming up because he's got slab. See that? So that's how you do that. Okay. Yeah, I hope it makes some sense, guys. The best thing is go through this list of, you know, when I was starting out, I was spending a lot of time just searching to the point that Google will say, verify you are not a bot. And then I would say, yeah, I'm not a bot. And I keep continuing. I do so many searches, you know. I was doing my job, and whenever I get time, I'd be searching, and I'd be identifying these these low volume keywords and niches and cities, so I can come home and do a deep dive in it, you know. That's how I would think. Now also think foundation repair, maybe a bit seasonal in Chicago area, like, you know, in the Midwest where the winters are bad, compared to maybe Texas, Arizona, California, Florida. So look into those cities, you know. But even if you go seasonal, it's money. It's not a big deal, you know. But that's all. One last question I'll take, anybody, before I leave, guys. But is it helping?
Yeah, absolutely.
Grant, in New Zealand, you would do the same thing, you know, cities, or you could do in Australia, whichever city you want to do it in, country you want to do it, you know. Same.
Understand. Yep.
Changing the subject just a tiny bit. How long does it normally take to get a GMB verified from somebody else if you hire it out, like from Micah, say?
Usually like 2 weeks. Right now there's a GMB update going. So lately, when I say lately, last 3, 4, 5 months, Google's cracking down on all these fake GMBs and all that. And they're doing, who knows what they're doing, but it hasn't settled down. They're getting, anytime you touch a GMB, it gets suspended. It's almost like they will suspend you, and then you have to prove to them you're a real business. You know, they'd rather do that than not suspend real business. It's like that. You're proven guilty. I mean, you're guilty until proven innocent, kind of a thing, right?
Is there any way? Oh, sorry about that.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, is there any way to mitigate that up front?
I would say instead of going through vendors, because they all do some form of black hat verification manipulation, the real way to do GMB would be to get a postcard to your address, right? So if Google wants to basically know you're a real foundation repair company in Loveland, Colorado. So they wanted to have an office, and they will send a postcard to your office address, because then that's where they will show the GMB. So if you can find somebody in Loveland, Colorado, and say, hey, I'll pay you $50, $40, whatever. All you have to do is receive a postcard from me, and that'll help me, and get a postcard verified that way. That's the best. Okay. I know that's a bit tough, and there's something we always have to tweak around it, but that's how it is. Like, we've had this GMB issues for a long time. When I say issues, like the GMB is up and down, but we always find a way. I mean, there's always people who are doing it, so don't worry about it. You know, it'll settle down, and when Google will close some loophole and something else will come up and all that. So, yeah, I know these last 2 weeks I've also been waiting on about 40 GMBs. It's crazy. One thing I do, I'll give you a good tip is, so let's say you want to go after, foundation repair, Rockford, right, Brandon?
Yeah.
You run ads, okay? Do this, go AdWords coupon. Okay, there is a module in my course, free cheap, I forgot the name of the module, quick money using ads, okay? Look for that. I show you how you search for AdWords coupon, you click on this link, you put your email, it says only in the US, so I'm not sure about the other countries. You put your email, Google will send you a coupon. Basically, you spend $25, they will give you another $75. Or you spend $150, they will give you another $150 of AdWords. So you spend $100 or so, and you run AdWords, okay? And send those leads to a guy that you found in a foundation repair guy in Rockford. Send those leads, let him make the money, let you build the trust. Then you tell him, hey, can I use your address, or do you know anybody in Rockford, your friend, family, that I can use the address? Because if you can help me with that, I can send you a ton more calls. And he'll be like, oh, brother, I got family in Rockford. I can send you 50 addresses. That's what I do, and it works. Because there's like, what? You just need an address to receive a postcard, and you're going to be sending me these foundation repair jobs? I'll get that for you, because I'm in Rockford. My family's in Rockford. Heck, my ex-wife is in Rockford. You know, it'll be crazy.
Right. Okay. So ideally, that would be your prospective client.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Andrew, anything you want to add? Sorry, I did all the rambling today.
Oh, I think it's a pretty good introduction to basics and getting up and running.
Yeah.
And there's
so
not
what I would
too
recommend
much to
is,
say for basics.
Yeah, basics, guys. Basics. This is a football. Everybody and their mother-in-law in SEO is like, how about this? How about this CID URL, schema, this, that? All that's great. Let's get the foundation. It's like, I want to get a six-pack and I want to go get the fancy gym equipment. No, how about the food, the diet, right?
I'm going to say what I always say. Some of you guys will be like, he's saying this again. But of all the stuff that you could do, 20% of it's going to get you 80% of your goal. So we're showing you the 20% that you really need to focus on. Don't be focusing on like all these little details and all these little stuff. And don't be like this other SEO guru said you need X, Y, and Z in your coding in order to rank on the first page of Google, because chances are you're going to get distracted from what's actually going to move the needle forward and what's going to actually get you closer to your goals. So that's how I would frame things, and I would focus on only the 20% that's going to get you 80% of the way. Don't try to get 100% of the way right away. That's going to actually take you longer and get you farther away, as convoluted and confusing as that may sound.
For sure.
Awesome, guys. Yep. Feel free to tag us. Any questions and things in the Facebook group. But yeah, just do the work and identify these low-hanging. There's hundreds of cities, hundreds of industries, niches, categories, whatever. And there's only a few of us really doing the work. So the world is your playground, really. Okay.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you all. Appreciate that.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
Andrew.
Everyone.
All right, take